All right, everyone, we are back for episode 82 of Stub Luv Live. And man, I am super excited to have Marc Mader, the boss of ticket collecting, on the show tonight. He returns, he's back. Let's run.
Best
Marc,
intro ever.
yeah. Marc Mader in the house. I'm so excited to have you on. I get excited when we talk. We got a lot of kind of things in common, so it's cool. I always like having you on. How are you doing, sir?
Doing good. How are you, Howard?
I'm doing real well. So let me ask you this, Marc. Were you the underbidder on the Pokemon Illustrator card for 16.5 million bucks?
Not even close. I didn't even know about it till you just now told me. So
Really? Yeah, it's a
no,
big.
I did. I did.
You knew about it. You knew about it. That kind of crazy, right?
Well, it is, and in a way, I know we're going to get into the health of the hobby, but in a way, it's kind of scary because you start throwing around numbers like that, regulators start getting involved.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I mean, I watched a little bit of the I don't know, the hype, and it was really hyped. And I don't know. I'm still the jury's still out for me as to whether or not that was real. So
Well, I'm the jury's out on with me too, because very rare do you have a bidder or a matter of fact a winner of a bid like that
I know.
announce himself and then actually be at the event himself. That's very rare.
And then
And then
they're
having
promoting.
the underbidder was there too. So yeah, I didn't. I don't
It's
know what to
weird.
even think about all that. Yeah.
Weird, right? I know. Papa
Yeah.
Jim in the house. I love Papa Jim. How you doing?
Uh,
And
yeah.
I know you love Jim. And then Tom Daly says Howard never gets this excited. Yeah, I do. But Marc gets me real excited. He's very cool, and
I
I
don't
dig
even
him.
know how to take that one.
Well, take it in a good way, Marc. Take it in a good way. So, it's kind of funny. I posted this picture. I'm gonna post it right now. This, I mean, it just speaks for itself, my friend. Like, I mean,
that needs to be on the thumbnail on the YouTube thumbnail.
all right, I'll do that. I'll do that. All right, that's it. That's the thumbnail of the episode. What a great
Okay.
picture. It's
I
awesome.
remember my wife took that picture. That was a good picture.
I remember when you sent it to me, and I just was like, "This has got to be the coolest picture I've ever seen." So, here you go. Tom saying he needs a type one of that sign. There you
Yeah,
go.
that's right. I
There
had
you
someone
go.
else hit me up. Victory Investments told me they wanted a Type One photo signed by that.
Yeah,
With that.
well, you can do it. We could set you up, man. Get an agent. We could book it. The whole thing, Marc. The whole thing. Well, I appreciate you coming on Stub Luv Live. Second time on. Um, you know, I think the first thing that we have to talk about is kind of, I think some things have changed in the hobby of ticket collecting since the last time you were on. And things have changed in the card market. I mean, it's kind of just booming. And with tickets, what we've seen, and I think it's pretty much across the board, the big tickets, the Grail tickets, the Jackie debuts, the Jordan debuts. Marc, what's going on? They're just skyrocketing.
Well, I think people are kind of recognizing this Pokemon cell is kind of tips it off a little bit more the scarcity. Okay, not false scarcity like the Zion Prism. Okay, but scarcity, and that's why that cell with the Pokemon makes me glad I'm in tickets. It
Yeah,
really does because
yeah,
we truly have been in a scarcity collecting environment, and no, I don't think cards has ever gotten there. Now they're starting to recognize scarcity is value, and that's why I think that's where I see that. That's why I like the sell there because that Pokemon it's a pop one. I think there's total 30 or 42 of them in total. I had a PSA 9. Matter of fact, I sold it in December of that same card.
Wow, really?
Yeah, yeah. Pretty
Wow,
good clip too. Yeah.
wow. I'm
And
shocked to hear that.
yeah, I actually had held on to that one for a while. And then when I heard Logan Paul was selling his, I put feelers out for mine.
Wow, good for you. Good
Yeah.
for you. Well, getting back to tickets, I mean, we've seen a real increase in some of the prices of the big grails. I think we've seen a big interest from card collectors moving over. We've seen some trends where before, Mark, we were only interested, we didn't care about grade really all that much. Now grade's more important because these card guys are into grades and they're into the way it looks and they want to make sure it's perfect. And so some things have changed, at least, overall. I don't know that it's really changed so much for the old school ticket collectors like you and me, but I got to tell you, Mark, I mean, I'm blown away at some of these prices.
I am too. I am too. These Jordan debuts that went at Heritage the last few months, that blew me away. Some of these prices they fetched, which I was
So
glad to see.
I was going to start with something else, but since you're talking about it, this is your Jordan debut. You've got a Jordan red. It's only authentic. Um, Seeing some of these recent sales on Heritage, blown away. And I think, look, Joe Orlando, kudos to Joe for finding, the folks that were able to consign these. But at the end of the day, Mark, there's just not that many of these reds.
No, there's not. And the pop report and PSA is kind of convoluted a little bit because they were mixing them all together at one, with the blues and the box office. But
Yep.
yeah, so there's even less with crackouts and regrading too. There's even less than what the pop report says. So
Um, Still pretty cool. We talked about
yeah.
tickets versus cards, but I mean, it's cool that you're putting tickets with cards, with programs, with type one photos, with other pieces of memorabilia to kind of tell the story. But I don't know. This is an awesome card, the Jordan rookie as a Gem Mint 10. How many of these are there, Mark? Do you know PSA 10s?
I want to say there's 123 the last time I checked, which is, his number's 23, but I think I checked, it was 20, 123 or 124. It's a real quick check. Wants to check the pop. But I think with tickets, you could put yourself at the game. Okay. With cards, you kind of put the player with the ticket at the game. And then even if you take it a step further with type one photos and stuff like that, and you can get tickets to the game of the type one photo, it just I think it enunciates your collection a little bit further.
I agree. I agree with you. So 123 PSA 10 Jordan rookies. How many of these in the pop report do you know that are true reds?
Less than 25 last time I checked.
It's amazing.
Last time I checked in the pop report, less than 25. So it could even be less than that.
Wow. Wow.
So
Wow. Wow.
yeah.
Wow. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. So let's talk a little bit about what you're
But
doing. Oh, go ahead.
surprisingly,
Yep, go ahead.
surprisingly, that's not my favorite Jordan ticket. I think the more important Jordan ticket is the debut of the Air Jordan ones.
Let me pull it up.
Yeah,
How many
that's the one.
how many in the pop report, Mark?
There's four in the pop report. I had two. I had a box office and I have this one. I sold the box office. And I know of the three people that have this one.
Unbelievable. So go ahead and say what with this increase in the grails in the ticket world, what do you think we're thinking about if this is put in a major auction house?
I think with the scarcity of this ticket and the crossover from shoe collectors to all kinds of collectors, just with the Nike and shoe collectors and ticket collectors and Jordan collectors, I think this one goes for more than the debut.
Wow.
I can't put a number on it, but I've never seen one of these at auction.
Yep.
And I just on the box office alone, I got close to 40 grand on it.
Well, that's
Yeah.
great. That's a big number, but that's a special ticket. I mean, that really is a momentous time in Jordan's career and kind of game changing in the NBA and maybe in cultural history of our country.
Yeah, well, look at the brand now. I mean, you got college teams wearing his brand, Jordan. So
I know.
yeah.
It's true. It's true. So, we're getting started here. Um, where do you see ticket collecting? I don't know, this year? And then maybe, Mark, where do you see it if you take it out a little further? Do you think we're going to see an increase in popularity of this and it's going to take the prices up? Or, are we just seeing maybe a temporary moment of increase?
For the right tickets, you're going to see a continually increase. I think for the just it's kind of hard to. I told you about two tickets today. Those probably wouldn't increase or decrease in value, but I
Mhm.
think yeah, I think it's gonna with the state of the market, the way cards are selling, scarcity in the tickets. It's we have nothing but upside.
Yeah, I mean, do you think there's anything that we can do as ticket collectors to bring more card collectors into the fold?
I think it's already happening on its own. I think organically, card collectors are migrating, especially with the price of some of these cards. They have no other choice but to tie themselves to a player through a ticket.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, and the prices of some of these cards are just going out the wazoo. I can't even believe it. So I guess the only place you have an opportunity to get in, maybe they're thinking on the ground floor still is tickets, and maybe Mark programs, maybe.
Programs, maybe that's an emerging market. I don't know too much about them, but I do know if you can combine them with a ticket or a card. Um, thing about tickets is it puts you in the game. Okay, I've
Yep,
had cards don't. Okay, cards. Tops has these card. The cards. I think they're Tops Now cards, where it's the moment that the guy hit the home run or Shohei hit his 50th home run of the season. But other than that, cards don't put you with the player, and especially debuts. They're so underrated. Well, I shouldn't say they're underrated. Some people are haters on them because they're not moment tickets. But that being a rookie, that's out before the rookie card. That's
yep.
actually at the game with the player, his first game. There's so much more interest to me in that type of item.
Yep, I agree with you. And I think you're right. I think card collectors are seeing it more and more, and they're experiencing what we are. Michael Chauby says he's got a PSA 3 in the Red Jordan Nike debut. It's pop one, none higher. Not sure that's still the case. I'll be honest with you, Michael. I don't know, but it's a darn good ticket, and I wish I had one. And I know at some point I had been talking to Mark about picking up that Ticketmaster Ticketron one. I don't remember what it was. Whatever the other one was that you sold, but it was out of my price range, but just a great, great, great ticket.
It
Um,
is a great ticket. It's a
good for
great
you.
ticket. It is.
So
Yeah.
I think we can't really have Marc Mader, the boss of ticket collecting, on the man, the myth himself, without pulling up the best of the best. Um, Mark, I've seen this ticket so many times, and every time I see it, it still takes my breath away.
I love it. And I'll tell you, credit to Jashawn Daugherty.
Yep.
He put me on to Chris Brigandi. This thing was, it was just sent to PSA. It wasn't even back from PSA yet. And I called Chris. He was walking from the parking lot to his office in New York City. And sure enough, we put a deal together within an hour.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Hey man, Sean, man, where was I? Where was a brother when I could have used that tip, man? Man, come on. Uh, no, I'm teasing, but you know what, Mark? You got the Jackie debut. We've seen it go as high as I think $460,000 to the owner of the Brewers. We've seen some other really big sales. I got to be honest with you, Mark. As impressive as those sales are, I still think it's way undervalued.
Oh, way undervalued. This is $1 million ticket eventually. I'm not going to put it on the number on there right now, but I think once people realize, as the collectors realizes the scarcity of these things and the importance of them as well. Um, you're going to see the rise of them, and they're going into the hands of more collectors.
Yep.
So these last few Jackies have gone into. I mean, you're never going to see some of these again.
Yep. Yep. I know. And I know who bought the last one. He's not a ticket collector. He's a card collector, but he's been kind of coached on how good and scarce these tickets are as a potential investment. And he was like, look, I've got Honus Wagner cards. I've got all these other times, other types of things. And, they're millions of dollars. What's $366,000 for a Jackie Robinson debut? And oh, by the way, it's a piece of history. Of course I'm going to buy it.
Of course. Yeah. A piece of cultural history. And then, so
wait, Mark, we got to stop.
I'm not going to get ahead of you.
Wait, no. Sean coming back at me saying it was before my time when he gave you the advice. See, Sean, I don't know. I've been in this game for a long time, my friend, so I'm not so sure. But I'm happy that Sean's watching. That's always good. But wait, Mark's got more because he's got to tell the story of Jackie. So you tell the story.
Yes.
Start out with the debut. Then what do you go into, Mark?
Then I go into.
I got it on the screen. Wait. Okay. I got this one on the screen first.
The 53, or not the 50, the 52, the 52 tops.
Oh wait. Let me pull that up. Sorry.
Yeah,
let me
52
do
tops.
that. We'll stay in there. So you get the debut ticket, then you get the 52 tops, Jackie.
It actually had that one first, but the the story behind the high number 52 tops series is those are so scarce because of what Topps did with them. By the time they were produced and sent out to the public, everybody's kind of focused on football at the time. They dump them in the river or down the ocean. So these are scarce cards. The 52 Topps Mantle is the next one down from it. A 311.
Yeah. Can I tell you, Mark? To me, the 52 Topps Jackie with the red background, I mean, it looks like a piece of art.
It does. It really does.
I mean, it actually looks like almost like a piece of like deco art. It's so awesome, that card. I love it. I love the leaf card too, 48. People call, what 40, 47, 48, 40, 49 leaf. That Jackie's awesome. And then wait, I got to pull this one up because I have a few images of your stuff. Doesn't get much better than the 55 World Series and Jackie stealing home and the argument with Yogi Berra. I mean, it's iconic. And not only do you have a ticket of it, but you have the full ticket, of course, because
I have the full ticket. And not only do I have the full ticket, I have a Type 1 photo of that game, of him sliding into home. There it is.
There it is. I should have flipped it. I don't know how to do it right now, but
that's all right.
Let me
show it to you.
Yeah, yeah. It's awesome. So now we've done debut ticket, we've done 52 tops, we've done the probably the biggest moment of him stealing home in the World Series. We do the ticket, we do the Type 1. Wait, we got more.
That's right.
We got his
last game with the Dodgers. He played it was a what was it? The little, not the barnstorming tour. But anyway, it was a.
Yeah, it was kind of like a barnstorming in Japan, and but
look at the artwork on that ticket. I mean, you can't get any better artwork than that.
I've heard people say, look, the artwork was so far ahead of us in the States, in Japan, because this is 1956, and that ticket is really a piece of art.
Exactly. It is a piece of art. I had two of them. I gave one away as a gift, and then I have this one.
It's amazing. Just amazing. So again, you've put together 4, 5, 6 pieces of Jackie memorabilia, and it's just phenomenal. Here, I'm going to show you one that I think you need to add. This is This is a comic book or magazine called Negro Heroes. This is actually the second edition. The second, there was a first edition and then a second edition. Jackie was on the second edition. The first edition had other African-American pioneers in history, but I just love that it looks amazing. It's got the It's just got a great picture of Jackie. It's a piece of art, not real expensive.
I
Mark,
love that one.
gotta
I love
find
it.
one. Gotta find one. They're probably on eBay. Gotta
Yeah,
get it.
I love it.
Gotta get it. Papa Jim, do you think that card guys that get into tickets will be a limited group? I don't hear or see ticket flipping like you do with cards. Just curious. Jim, great question. What do you think, Mark?
I think you card guy or ticket guys aren't flippers. Okay, I think card ticket guys are collectors. They see value in rare in scarcity, and in the end, they get to collect what they love. So you can go through a whole spectrum of things. When I first started in ticket collecting, I was all over the board. I want to collect every debut, and I know we're going to get into the what's your worst pickup. A Zion debut. That was the worst money I ever spent.
Zion, Zion Williamson.
Yeah, Williamson. Everybody thought he was going to be some kind of phenom Jordan-esque type player, and he just didn't pan out. So
yeah. So that's your worst ticket buy ever.
That's the worst ticket buy ever. Worst, absolutely.
So while we're doing it, let's just do it. What's the best ticket buy ever? The Jackie from Sean instead of you?
No, I'm going to say the best ticket buy ever is probably the Nolan Ryan debut.
Really?
Yep. And I got a string of stories with this one. So you just tell me when you want to start putting them up there.
Yeah. So let me run this one up right now. Take me 1 second.
Because it kind of dovetails into my second best.
Okay.
Ticket.
So here we go. Best ticket purchased by Marc Mader in the history of his ticket collecting. Nolan Ryan debut ticket. Wow. 910. Holy shit.
Yeah, there's not one higher. I mean, there's a couple of Nolan Ryan debuts. I think a couple even are signed, but there's nothing higher than this one.
Did you buy this Mark signed, or did you get it signed yourself?
No, I buy it just like it sits right there. No, actually, yeah, I did buy it just like that one sits.
Yep. Amazing. When did you pick this up, and what's the story kind of behind it?
Just recently, a good friend of mine, ticket collector. I'm not going to disclose any names right now, but because I don't have his permission. But yeah, ticket collector just asked me if I was interested. We negotiated a price and we put a deal together.
Wow. That's crazy.
He even drove it all the way to me.
Really?
Yep.
Door-to-door service.
Door-to-door service. Best guy ever. I mean, this guy is a gem. He's just a great guy.
Did he get dinner at the Mader house?
No, but he got lunch on the half shell seafood.
All right.
It was really good.
I'm sure you took care of him. It's a great ticket. I love the Nolan debut. Again, just something that's scarce, of a legend. And of course, Mr. Mader has it. I think we would be remiss if we didn't bring this one out.
Yes.
So that's Wayne Gretzky NHL debut. And Mark, we've seen some big sales recently of some high grades in the Heritage Auction. I think we saw a PSA 9 go for, a really high number. And now there's an 8 up with our man, Ricky Tatara. Get your bids in for Ricky Tatara's NHL Wayne Gretzky debut, PSA 8, my man. He's looking for the big money on that one. What do you think, Mark?
I think it will bring some big money. I will never get rid of this. This one is going to stay in my collection forever.
So let me ask you this,
trade bait.
Is this the better ticket, or is this the better ticket?
That one right there. That one's money right there. You're never going to see that was the highest in, I think, a pop 3 or 4 count of that ticket.
So if anyone's not seen it, this is Wayne Gretzky's professional hockey debut, his WHA debut. So before his NHL days. Mark, this one, I don't know what the pop is, but it's low.
It's way low. I mean, it's below 5. It's below 5. I haven't looked at it recently, but it's below 5.
And I mean, this is a 4. I gotta believe
that's the highest grade.
If you parted with this one, and I know you're not, but I think it probably gets more, maybe a lot more than even that PSA 9 NHL Gretzky debut that sold recently.
Oh, most definitely.
Yeah.
Most definitely. This is the most sought after. I've had auction houses from Canada approach me on buying this ticket from me.
Wow. See, to me, this doesn't even compare to a Illustrator Pokemon. I don't know. It just that doesn't
It's
do it.
just
God bless it, but it doesn't do anything for me. This does a lot for me.
exactly. And I understand the scarcity of that Pokemon card, but it really didn't it didn't draw me to go look at it every day. I mean,
Yeah,
in my collection. I didn't
yeah.
I just bought it, out of, my kids collect Pokemon. And then turned out to be a good purchase, but it's just nothing I really love to have. That's why I sold it.
I understand. So I got to add this one up there because we're talking about Mark and how he collects, but he's got the best version of this. He's got a really rare NHL Gretzky debut, and then why not get one of the top notch 79, not tops, but the rare O-Pee-Chee Wayne Gretzky rookie PSA 9.
So the OPG is, if the difference between that one and the tops, obviously, I don't know if anybody knows how the Canadian company OPG cut their cards, but with the wire. So you'll see even nines with rough edges, and people wonder how did that get a nine. Well, the reason it got a nine was probably at the end of the cut. It's still a good card, but it was at the end of the cut on the wires getting dull, and you'd see some rough edges on some nines. But
Yeah.
that's what makes that OPG so rare and valuable.
So I think we've got Marc Mader on. We're showing off, and look, I love when you show off because you got great stuff. You're still, as much as you've got all these amazing collectibles. It's still you talk to you, and it's still so humbling to hear you speak. You don't brag. It's just part of what you do. It's part of your soul to be a collector. And this ticket, Mark, when I think of Marc Mader, to be honest with you, I think of this ticket.
Uh-oh. Oh, yeah. I love that ticket. Buddy, I would sleep with that on my pillow every night. I got it
Yeah,
right here.
yeah. I mean, Mark, the Clemente debut. Look, Clemente is such a popular force in baseball, so beloved by the Puerto Rican community, beloved in baseball, and shockingly, there has only been one major league debut of Roberto Clemente that has surfaced, and you were lucky enough to be the winning bidder of this. It was in a heritage auction, I believe, correct?
No, it was the Leland's.
Oh,
Leland's auction.
Leland's. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
I actually had a few people send me a video that was taken at a show of the
Yep.
guy that actually found that ticket
Yep. Yep.
and sold it through Leland's.
Yep. And I got to tell you, I'm still to this second blown away by that story, because the story goes that he had a box of, I think it was like a cigar box full of Pittsburgh tickets, and he just didn't spend enough time doing the research, sold the box of tickets, and this one is alleged to have been in there, and he lost out big time because he didn't spend the time doing the research.
That's exactly right. Matter of fact, I think, if I'm not mistaken, this was a double header. Yeah, I think it's even on the flip.
It is. It is. It is. Yep.
Yeah, so it was a double header. He played in both games, and it was not an opening day game. Obviously, the opening day games, a lot of collectors keep opening day. So, I mean, to see another one of these would surprise me, especially
Yep.
now that the story's out, and the sale of this one is out.
Here we go. Here we go. They come out of the woodwork for the Clemente ticket, the Clemente debut. Beauty from Tickets to History. We got Calvin B. Cards. I love Calvin. Great
Yeah.
ticket.
Talked to Calvin today.
Oh yeah, he's good dude. So, here's a good question: would he get the Gretzky signed? Would he get the
Oh,
Gretzky
absolutely.
signed? Yeah.
I'm working
Well,
on that right now with Rosenberg, Jeffrey.
Oh yeah. You love signed tickets.
Oh yeah, both of them would get signed, and Jeffrey is working at helping me is get that accomplished.
Jeff Rosenberg from TriStar.
Yeah, from TriStar.
Yeah, such a good dude. Oh, I love
Oh,
him.
he's a good guy.
Good man, good man. Someone says that that Gretzky 79 O-Pee-Chee is amazing. Eugene 67, I agree. A
Yeah, I
PSA
love that
9
card.
and an O-Pee-Chee. Mark, I don't know what the pop is on that, but it's
I,
pretty low in that grade.
I've had that card for so long that I picked that card up probably. I think I paid maybe 7,500 for that card when I bought it, and they're going for I think over 200,000 right now.
Kind of to stay with the Clemente theme, 3,000 hit Clemente ticket, but it's a full, super rare.
Yes,
Not many fulls, Mark. How many?
I think there's two
Yeah,
fulls, maybe
yeah.
one or two. I think there's two. Yeah, that one has
So,
a that's an MK. So there's on the back of the ticket. It says Clemente's 3,000 hit, 3,000 hit.
ooh, I like that.
So yeah, I kind of like the ones that keep box scores or something on the ticket. I mean, that doesn't bother me. That's why grades, especially with the OG collectors of tickets, grade doesn't really bother me that much.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you've only got something that's a pop one or two or three, who cares what the grade is, right, Mark?
Exactly,
You
exactly.
know.
And then if I ever were to liquidate anything, or I had to, or which I'm not going to, um, I would go have some of them relooked at, because I think when tickets were starting to get graded, they weren't the grade wasn't important back then, and I think some of the grades were overlooked, that were given. I think I think now the standard is a little bit different. That you could probably get a higher grade on some of these authentics or even these lower grade tickets.
Yeah, you might be right. You might be right. I gave a quick peek to this, so I'll throw it up there. I mean, if we're just gonna be
Let,
showing off, Mark, why not just show it off? I mean, Mantle debut. I haven't
let's hang
seen
out with
one.
Mantle.
What's that?
Let's hang out with Mantle for a second. Go ahead.
Yeah. So I mean, I haven't seen one sell in, I don't know, maybe a year. I'm interested to see what the next one goes for. I think it's going to be a very big number. I think it's going to surpass the old sales by a lot.
Yeah, I don't know what the highest grade is on that. I thought the three was, but I might be wrong on that one. The reason I went after this one so hard was, and a lot of people know this story because I've told it over and over again, is so you enter in gate six, which that was his number in his debut game. Okay.
True.
And then, yep. And then his section was seven, which ended up being after they sent him back down and he came back up in 51. He got the number seven because six was given away already. So
Unbelievable.
it ties to Mantle specifically.
Yeah. Yours is so beautiful. I mean, I don't know if it's the highest graded. Maybe Sean can hit us in a comment if he knows if there's one higher, since he's the MLB debut expert. Awesome type one photo from the first year of Mantle, maybe first game. He's got Joe and
That's his actual debut game. So
oof.
that's the debut game signed. Type one photo guys are kind of coming over like maybe ticket and card guys, where it was taboo to get their signature on the card or on the ticket. Now type one, they used to consider that graffiti. You don't put that on type one photos. And when I talked to Henry Yee about that, he said people are starting to transition into, yeah, they want their stuff signed, the type ones signed.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Man on the
Well,
Rock on eBay too. He's seen a lot of that too. A lot of requests for signed type one photos.
yeah, I think Man on the Rock's got some great type one photos.
He
Jeez, that
does.
guy's got
That's
a
where I picked
great.
up that. That's where I picked up that Jackie.
Nice, nice, nice. Of course, you got to have the 52 tops Mantle to go with it.
Yep.
Amazing 5.5. These have
I got a couple of
skyrocketed.
those. Yeah.
Yeah, you got two, Mark, because you're just Marc Mader. So,
Well, and then with grades on these, I know a lot of them are graded higher, but they're off center. So I was looking mainly for eye appeal
mhm.
when I was buying mine. So I wanted the more centered versions of whatever grade I could get.
I got to tell you, Mark. There's two tickets that I want to show. I'm going to pull them up here in a second, if you give me a minute. Um, not your most expensive tickets, but tickets. One of them was actually, maybe other than the Jackie debut, because that's just ridiculous. But this one impressed me as a ticket collector the most because I just don't see it anywhere.
Yeah.
And that's the catch ticket, 49ers over the Cowboys, signed by Joe Montana. But let me tell you, signed by Dwight Clark as well. And Mark, we talked about this before the show. I don't think I've seen one signed by Dwight Clark other than yours.
No, signed and inscribed by Dwight Clark. No, I haven't either. And as a matter of fact, when I saw that one on eBay, and I still talk to the guy to this day, I did buy it now. As soon as I saw it, I did buy it now.
Yeah.
Because
Good.
I have two other ones, but they're both just with Montana's auto on it.
Yeah, well, I mean, the greatness of it is that Dwight's on it, and unfortunately, he passed at a young age. Didn't sign a lot of these tickets, even though he was a great signer, awesome gentleman, one of the nicest men ever. But just didn't sign
Yes.
a lot of these tickets. And Mark, I got to tell you, to me, this is just very, very special. Very special.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very, very
I knew when I saw it that I had to have that one.
So Mr. Doherty doing his research for us, which we appreciate, such a good guy. On the Mantle debut, one qualifier higher, but 5 PSA 3s. Yours has to be the best in terms of eye appeal, from Sean Doherty of I Collect Ticket fame.
Sean Doherty. Let me tell you something. I love Sean. I love him so much that I let him get the Duke Snyder debut, which happened to be Jackie Robinson's first hit too. But he was going after it for that reason. I was going after it for Duke Snyder, but I let him have it.
So he's a good dude, and I'm glad you did, because that's a big.
I know that's big for his collection.
Yeah.
That's a pop one.
People are saying Joe and Dwight weren't talking for a while, so having them both sign on the ticket from Tony. TJ's online, great collector, love them. Can't wait to see him at the Philly show and meet him in person for the first time. But yeah, he's got a story there for that. And he's asked. Oh wait, he said, love the 3000K ticket from Clemente. SI only has a small paragraph about Clemente's 3K hit, and it was a 3000 hit. It was a Joe Namath cover. Didn't know that. And then he asked this question, Mark: do you have 52 top Mantle type 1s?
52 top Mantle type 1 tick.
Yeah, like the photo of photos. Yeah, that's the next thing, Mark. There you go.
I have the 51 type now. Not of the card, not of the card photo, but the 51. Obviously, we just showed.
Yeah,
the 51 type 1 photo.
Yeah. So I love this ticket, Mark, and I know you were looking for it, you were coveting it, and you finally found it.
Okay. So that's my second favorite. I mean, everybody's gonna be. Why is that? Why is Will Clark your favorite?
Well, why is it your favorite?
He lives down the street from me. Him and I are buddies. We go to breakfast. There he is, right there. That's at his kitchen table. You can see what time of year it was too, by the way.
Yeah, Will the Thrill kicking it out with the boss of tickets. So what does a guy like Will Clark say? Because I've never seen a Will Clark debut. Had he seen one or known about it at all?
He's never seen one. Okay, his parents were at the game, so maybe he saw one, maybe he just didn't realize it. But he's never seen one, and he never signed one. This is a pop one in the pop report, and this was actually a gift to me, raw. The ticket was raw, given to me. I got Will to sign it, and then I had it slapped.
Wow.
Now, okay, so like I said, there's a tie into that Nolan Ryan. So Will Clark's first MLB debut, first at bat, was a home run off of Nolan Ryan.
Was it really?
Yeah. And if you look at Will's career from single A, double A, and triple A, his first at bat in each of those leagues was a home run.
And I think he's the only guy to ever do it.
He's the only guy that ever did it. He's such an underrated player.
Yeah, he really is. So I'm going to show a few more. We're already at 40 minutes. And like I said, Mark, I knew this was going to happen because you just got so much great shit that I got to show it all. But why not? So the reason I'm going to show this one, um, someone's saying, "Oh, Will the Thrill is awesome." I agree. I agree. I
Yeah.
agree. So, I'm going to show this one because I was just outbid on Heritage for the one that's on there now, and I got to tell you, it's probably going to run way out of my price range, but they got one on there now.
I know.
The Maris 61, but it's not just the Maris 61. It's the Maris 61 signed by Maris. I
So
mean,
this one's mine,
damn.
right? Is this
This is
one mine?
yours. This is
Okay.
yours.
Is the one on Heritage signed too?
It is. I think it's the only other one I've seen. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. So what is the what is it up to right now?
I think it's still, you're going to say it's still low, and it is. I think it's 12K, but it's got a
It'll get,
long way to
yeah.
go. Yeah.
I got a couple big bids at Heritage right now on some tickets that I'm been
Ooh.
waiting for. Yeah, I
Ooh.
don't want to tip my hand any more than
No.
I just did.
No. Sean Doherty will go in there and grab them from you, so don't do that.
Yeah, he's a little snake. I got to
Yeah.
watch him.
Or Justin Sutterfield or any of these cats. You got to be careful.
Violi too.
Yeah, oh, Violi too. Yeah, yeah, they all do it. So they all do it. But this is a great ticket, Mark. I saw this one on Heritage. I put in a qualifying bid, and look at the info from Tom Daly. The Heritage ticket is the sister seat, the one next to this one.
Oh, I might have to pick that one up then.
Oh my gosh! See, now I'm definitely out of the game. See, I should have not tipped my hand.
Thanks, Tom.
Yeah, yeah. Thanks, Tom. Thanks, Tom. So again, showing off. You got the Ripken debut. I mean, we've seen a lot of these tickets, but I can't have you on without showing them. I think this is a newer one that you've acquired. I thought this was a new
that one I don't have on me, but yet it hasn't been shipped yet. But that was the hunt that just closed on the Super Bowl.
Yeah, yeah. Big debut, tough debut. This one actually has more than I've seen on the ticket than I think the other little stubs that I've seen. The other little stubs are kind of small. This one's not. Look, now everyone's calling you the boss. Look at what I started. Look what I started.
Hey, and this one was kind of went under the radar too. I was kind of shocked at how many bidders there were on this one. Hunt auctions always goes under the radar at certain times. I don't
You know,
know. That's just not as mainstream.
I've seen some big numbers on Hunt, but they get great stuff over and over and over again, and they real honorable people. I like that auction house, and I like that they run those live auctions. We've talked about that a little bit, but they run those on a site called Invaluable, and you can sit there all day. And I've been in depositions, and I got my phone going on there, and I'll have to take a break in a deposition because I got to bid on tickets. Thank you. Eric says that, focus and selectivity of Mark's collection is amazing. Of course it is. And he goes by Dims Dimes on.
Yeah, I know.
Of course, we know who that is because he's got great stuff. And then, Tony's telling us, yes, Hunt does very well for their consigners. And I agree. So, we're kind of getting to the end. We've been going for 45 minutes. I told Mark before we come on that, people fall off after, 45 minutes or an hour. So we got to try to keep it so that people are watching. I guess the next kind of question that I have for you is we kind of talked about, what you've got. What's the future hold? Tom says, keep going. What's the future hold for Marc Mader? What are you looking for in the way of new ticket purchases?
Okay, so the first one is Vince Papale debut. Any Philadelphia guy, especially you, would know who that Vince Papale is in the story. They made a movie out of it, so I'm looking for his debut, and that's just a great story. And then I think I caught you off guard on this one. August 10th, 1944, Boston Braves, Cincinnati Reds. The fastest game ever played. Anybody know that one? Tom might know that one, but
Tom might
go
know
ahead.
it. What is it? It's a 1944 Reds ticket.
Reds ticket. It's actually, yeah, it's a Reds ticket. It was a 2-0 game. Boston Braves. Yeah, Barrett. Red Barrett is had me confused there with the Cincinnati Reds. Red Barrett's the one that pitched for the Boston Braves. He actually started with his debut was with Cincinnati Reds. But Red Barrett pitched for the Braves. He pitched hour and 15 minutes. He threw 58 pitches, I think, in total. And it went for an hour. It's still the record to this day, quickest MLB game ever. And there was no hits, there was no walks. There was hits, there was no walks and no strikeouts in the whole game.
Wow. Wow.
He was called the pitcher of efficiency.
Yeah.
That's what he's best
Well,
known for.
won't be a tough one to find, but if anyone hears about that one and can throw it at Mr. Mader, please do. Kind of interesting selections for you, Mark, for the guy that's got all the big ones. Those are kind of somewhat not so big, but I guess, Mark, like every ticket collector, if it's important to you, that's what matters.
Well, I just didn't want to be too obvious with all the debuts. There's some debuts out there I want, but
Yeah, I'm sure you want Willie Mays' debut and a Joe DiMaggio debut and a Ted Williams debut, but those are some pretty good selections. And again, I like those selections too. I like Vince Papale, so it's good stuff.
Yeah.
You've run the gauntlet with us already, but I'm going to do a couple of gauntlet questions. Better investment, Mr. Mader, Ruth or Jackie?
Ruth right now. Yeah,
Yeah.
Ruth.
Yeah. See, I
autograph
think,
in a 10. PSA 10 autograph.
Mantle or Mays, better investment?
Mantle.
Ohtani or Judge, better investment?
Oh, Ohtani. Judge gets hurt too much. It's way too many times. He's so frustrated in 2020 or 2019 when he was playing. Oh, jeez. He gets hurt way too much. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Tough.
I'm a New York Yankees guy too, and I love Judge, I think he's going to set records till the end of his career. But still, right now, I think Ohtani is.
Yeah, Ohtani's the stuff. So,
Yeah.
well, Mr. Mader, we've been going 47 minutes. Always a pleasure to have you on. I was excited to ask you. I was so excited when you said yes. We kind of talked a little bit before the show, and I said, I've got this surprise announcement that's coming. And I'm not ready to announce it yet, but it's a surprise announcement. But I asked you before we came on the show, this is just a question I had for you as the boss of ticket collecting. I said, what do you think the ticket collecting hobby needs? And what did you tell me?
Its own auction house, its own place.
Wouldn't that be special? Wouldn't that be special? Well, everyone, I appreciate y'all watching. I appreciate, Mark, you coming on. You're such a good person. I hope that you'll come to the Philly show. We were talking about it before. I hope we'll get to see you. And if not, I definitely get to see you in Chicago at the National. You told me you're going to be in the house. So I'm
I already
excited.
have my tickets booked.
Oh, really? Wow. That's very nice. That's very nice. Well, we're going to end the show kind of where we started. How do we not? Episode 82 of Stub Luv Live with Marc Mader. Thank you so much, my friend.
Thanks, Howard.
The boss.
See you, buddy.